Welcome, and thank you for joining us on this third day of the Chuseok Festival. My name is Sally Lee. I'm the Executive Director of Oakland Asian Cultural Center and an advisor to KCI. It's my pleasure to introduce today's instructor, Ellen Lee. Ellen is the founder of Nossi, Bojagi workshop brand based in LA. She's former Korea Times freelance writer, and she served Korean American community by writing about food, local businesses, consumer reports, and lifestyles, and showcase her deep love for the community. Nossi is her dream come true business that strongly connects Korea and America through culture. Bojagi is a reusable wrapping cloth that reflects traditional Korean cultural wrapping, carrying, and storing objects with a cloth. Nossy's mission is to deliver cultural experience in a fun way with a wide range of wrapping skills that can be applied to your everyday life. Ellen will introduce us to Korea's Bojagi culture and history and teach 4 different kinds of basic and useful Bojagi knots. Hydrangea knot, 수국 매듭, royal knot, 공중 매듭, clutch knot, clutch 매듭, little handle knot, 작은 손잡이 매듭. Now, for some housekeeping items, we're using Zoom's meeting mode, which means that your video and audio are initially disabled. Please keep your audio on mute the entire time. As for the video, if you purchased the Bojagi kit and would like to follow along, feel free to keep your video on so you can share the progress with Ellen. However, please note that this entire session will be recorded so we can make it accessible after the festival ends. So if you do not want to be on the video, please be sure to disable your video setting. If you have any questions, please type them onto the chat box on your screen, and we'll get to as many of them as we can. Please enjoy the program.
Hello. Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me nicely. Hello, Sarah, Kim, 선생님. Thank you so much for a nice introduction of me and Nossi. I am Ellen Lee, the founder of Nossi. As Shelly mentioned, I'm in LA. Please let me know when you come to LA next time. I'm very honored to having this workshop with you guys today. Thank you so much for making your time, for sign up in advance. Also, even order a Bojagi kit from me. It was a huge support. Thanks again. I see moving videos of somebody. It's okay. I will do my best to make a fun, good time with you guys. And also, most importantly, I will make sure to deliver fun Bojagi wrapping lessons with you. Let's start. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. What's Bojagi and the meaning. Also, the history of behind the Bojagi. Also, there is a fun stories of Bojagi. So let's start. Let me share screen first. Share screen. Bojagi. So Nossi, that's my logo. Nossi, No is my family name. So I put C at the end. We always put C, someone's last name in Korean to call it respectful way. That's my logo. As you see, one S is tilted. So I just wanted to express that our life is not always straight up. So I wanted to say it's okay to fail, and it's okay not to stand up, because you have S and I next to you, so you can we can all make our life go through together. And in the middle, the squares are try to explain the yang oheng, the yin and yang energy. I hope you like my logo too. So let's start with what's Bojagi. So I'm sure you all know about Bojagi. Bojagi is a Korean word for reusable wrapping cloth. They are usually square with various size, colors, and designs used for packaging, transportation, storage, and home decorations. So Bojagi is very practical and versatile object for everyday life because you can literally use them in everywhere, almost everywhere. And it is also very artistic and beautiful. To understand the meaning of the word Bojagi, we just need to know about word bo, B-O. So bo is shortened form of Bojagi. So again, the same meaning with Bojagi, the square wrapping cloth that you can wrap and cover and hanging things. So for bo, I have a fun example to explain that when we play rock, paper, scissors, Koreans say bo for the paper. So that means you can even wrap the rock with Bojagi and Bojagi wins always. Yeah, so bo, the word bo, when bo goes at the end of a word, it used to describe the function or material of Bojagi. So for example, there is Bojagi called agipo. So agi means baby. So agipo means baby carrier. There is 책보. 책 means book. So 책보 is type of Bojagi bag that carries books, just like backpacks. The 조각보, everyone knows what's 조각보, right? It's beautiful patchwork Bojagi. So 조각 means little scraps of paper, fabric scraps. So 조각보 is all hand sewed to connect each other. So it's patchwork Bojagi. So also there's a subo. Su means embroidery. So it's very traditional Korean embroidery. So subo means embroidered Bojagi. Also there's 삼배보. 삼배 means hemp. So can you see? Sambe means hemp. So in this case, the name describes the material of Bojagi, which is made out of hemp cloth, hemp fabric. So also a big stuffed pile of Bojagi wrapped package is called a bottari. It looks like this. You can do this. So this bottari, in this case, bo is in the front. So like when people say like, when you want to run away from your home, Koreans say like, get ready with your bottari. Then you can grab your bottari and you run away. This is bottari. Yeah, sorry that it turned out a little Korean lesson, but once you know this, it's so much easier to understand without confusing like what's Bojagi and what's 조각보. So when you remember the word bo, you can understand better, I believe. So let's move on to the history part. The history of using Bojagi in Korea goes back to a very distant past. The exact start is not actually clear, but the oldest folktale story that mentioned Bojagi is from 2,000 years ago. There was a king named Kim Suro. Believe it or not, he was born from an egg, and that according to the story, the egg was wrapped in Bojagi. Yeah, so Bojagis that we see in museums these days, they're from late 15th to the 18th centuries. most of the well preserved pieces are from beyond the 17th to 18th century, which is from the later part of Joseon Dynasty. Yeah, this was the little history behind the Bojagi. So let's move on to the meaning of wrapping. So the meaning of wrapping with Bojagi in Korean culture, Bojagi originated from an ancient folk belief that wrapping objects up is like preserving fortune and blessings. It's because you're putting your love and caring heart in there too. So when we wrap a gift with Bojagi for someone, you actually feel very, very special. You're gonna feel it later when you wrap Bojagi with me. So particularly for weddings, wrapping all the gifts between two families, it presents wishing the bride and groom everlasting happiness. Sounds good, right? So my lecture part is done. So we'd like to move on to our actual hands-on workshop. But before that, I think we're doing quick Q&A time. So Unju, can you help me?
Yeah, oh, sure. Yeah. So no specific questions right now, but everybody commented that they love your logo design.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think maybe the questions will come later. I don't see any questions currently.
Sure.
Just a reminder to everybody, though, once again, please be sure to turn off your videos and audio. Thank you for now.
Good.
Oh, one question just came in. Are there specific types of fabric that have to be used when you're doing Bojagi?
Oh yeah, that's a very good question. So for Bojagi, I use many different kind of materials, but most traditionally it's usually leftover fabrics from clothing hanbok making. So it could be cotton and silk, but as Bojagi has to practical because you're wrapping something for protection and carrying around. So for me, Bojagi fabric has to be like sturdy. Very traditional, like really good silk fabrics for hanbok. You can of course make Bojagi, but I think they're not practical. So I use I try to use more like natural materials. Also, it should be washable, so we can keep reusing it. So that's my point.
Okay, and a couple of questions that relate to the giving of gifts in Bojagi. So one is, does the receiver always keep the Bojagi or expect it to return it to you? Is the Bojagi itself considered part of the gift? And then related is whether it's expected that the receiver opened the gift in front of the person, the giver of the gift.
That's a very good question. The question has question and answer together. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, when you give a gift as a Bojagi wrapped gift, you don't need to return Bojagi. But I believe in Japan has very similar culture called furoshiki. I heard for furoshiki, you just give a gift and then you bring back your furoshiki back. But I think that's a really fun way too. But Bojagi, usually you just give that person as a package. So yeah, so you don't bring it back. So also, yeah, open the present in front of people. I think that's American culture. So I'm not sure about open in front of many people.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ellen. So let's just do one more question so you can get on with the demonstration. This question is from Sarah. Is it traditional to have Bojagi wrapped boxes on Dol? Dol is a celebration of a Korean a child's first birthday. So is it traditional to have Bojagi wrapped boxes on door tables?
Yeah, I know a lot of very talented door table setting designers. That's a huge trend in LA too, I'm sure in Northern California too. So they use a lot of Bojagi pieces on the table, but I am not sure Bojagi wrapped piece should be there as a traditional way. I will research about it and I will update. But these days, they're definitely using many Bojagi wrap pieces as a decoration because it looked really cute and really, really good.
Great. Thanks, Ellen. Okay, you can go ahead and with the demonstration.
Sure.
We'll come back to more questions later.
All right. So some of you who ordered Bojagi kit from me, I thank again. So if you order Bojagi kit, you receive this kind of packaging. So so you have like you got 5 different types of Bojagis. So the first one, this one is my gift to you as a Chuseok gift. So these are called Yangdan. It's washable silk and it has beautiful prints engraved, the symbols here. Some of you have crane, some of you have butterflies and flowers. So so they're all like wishing you luck symbols. So these are Yangdan Bojagi. And this one is cotton called sochang. It's produced from Ganghwa Island in Korea. It has long history. People say like almost 400 years, but and I'm sure for 200 years it's a small family-owned business, and they produce this beautiful sochang fabric. It used to use as baby diapers and also kitchen, like food handling fabric. So it's so soft and nice. Since it's 100% cotton, after wash it, please like make it stretch and do not use tumble dry. It will shrink like 30%. So just after wash it, stretch it and air dry. It dries really quick. And then 3 of these are same fabric. They're washable silk. And this one, especially this one, has 2-tone color. So it made a dramatic result, something like this. So people often ask, oh, is it like made out of one fabric? Then yes, it's possible because it's 2-colored Bojagi. So these are really practical and nice, and also the best part is you can just wash it and iron safe, and iron it and keep reusing it. So you have fabrics ready, and I sent 2 boxes. Please make sure your boxes are folded. It's sent out unfolded, so please fold it. And also I want you to ready with some like rectangular box. It can be book or note or anything. Anything rectangular, just regular size like this. This is like a 7-inch and 4-inch. And also I will need 1 cute rubber band, any kind of rubber band. So if you're ready, can we start?